Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this Brittany Renner situation. I don't think not too many people know of that situation, but to explain it to you guys. So, pretty much, she finessed this basketball player, had a kid with them, broke up with him short time, like, after having that kid. And I guess he's paying like a crazy amount for child support. I think it was like either 200. I think it was either 100 or $200,000 a month. And I'm like, bruh, like I personally don't know. Like because my thing is like I'm trying to think. I don't think an average parent pays that much for a kid, so that's why I'm like I never understood that whole child support thing and why it costs so much, especially like with celebrities. I just feel like that if you're going based off of the average like things that a kid needs, yeah, it's like that stuff ain't gonna come up to no $200,000. It's like, are you buying like this kid like school equipment like every single day? Like that's what I'm confused off of. Like you just go school shopping just every single day, like that to me, I'm like, because my thing is this, okay, so you do that, right? You get your kid like the best of the best clothes, best of the best shoes, best of the best whatever. What if that kid goes to school and gets jumped? Like I would imagine, I'm thinking along the lines like, okay, maybe, I don't think no kid getting that much money is gonna be going to no public school, but I'm like, my thing is like, look, anything really can go. Like that stuff can go on at a public school, a private school, wherever. Okay, and I'm like, that type of stuff to me, I'm like, I don't understand it. I'm like, I feel like we've all been and that would be my question is like, when you was a kid, like when I like asking like or telling this to Brittany Renner, it's like when you was a kid, was your parents like showering you with stuff that was over $200,000 like every single month? Because whatever your parents was doing, that's what you should be doing with your kids. Like it's stuff like that. I'm like, I don't get it. I do not get this whole situation. But yeah. So for those that don't know who Brittany Renner is, Brittany Renner is a model. But from what I know is that she has dated a lot of famous people. And so one of them being Colin Kaepernick. I think at one point in time she was dating Lil Uzi Vert. And who else? But I've always have seen her because I remember I seen her like I think it was in those World Star Vine compilations a lot. Remember when World Star used to post those? And they always would either have it in the beginning or at the end where they was like promoting some models and stuff. And I think that's how I seen her, and then just overall seeing her on Instagram. But I remember I used to follow her for a little bit, but then once when she started talking on all this stuff, like putting her personal like business out there and things, I'm like, I don't get it. I really just don't get it and stuff. And I'm like, man, it's like that's when you're down bad, when you got to do stuff like that. It's like not to like be disrespectful towards her career, but at the same time, it's like, hey yo, who cares? Like nobody. Like I think the only reason why people care is because of your name and that person's name. At the end of the day, if nobody didn't know who you guys were, like nobody cares. Okay, so anyways, yeah, it's just that type of stuff. I'm like, look, nobody's not gonna care about that. They ain't gonna care if you write out a whole book about it or whatever. But anyways, so she ended up dating or getting into a relationship with this basketball player named PJ Washington. And yeah, overall, I think they were either engaged or they already had got married. I don't know if they were married. Hold on for a second. Let me see real quick. PJ Washington. Oh, so they might have been married. I did not know that. Okay, wait a minute. Here's his Wikipedia page. It's like, bro is younger than me. He's only 22 years old. And Brittany Renner, she's 29 years old. It's like, hey, yo, this is like a kid, bro. Like, why is you... All right, anyways. They don't really say anything on Wikipedia about his personal life, on whether they were married or not. They, yeah. They don't say anything about that. And it's like, rightfully so. Because it's like, I mean, he just started a few years ago, back in 2019. So it's like, bro, I that type of stuff, I just don't get it. I don't understand. And it's like, man, he had his whole life ahead of him. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, if he's ready to have a kid, he's ready to have a kid. There ain't no problem with that. But if he wasn't, then you put that on him, and now he's paying this crazy amount. It's like, I don't think people understand, like, what that can mentally do to a person. And I would like to hope and think that he's not that type of person where it's like he'll go out and do some dramatic things because he's going through all of this. But it's like, you're putting this pressure on him, and then it's like, then he's also trying to be a basketball player and follow his dreams. And yeah, it's like that type of stuff. I mean, it's crazy. Like, that's honestly, that's crazy. And I'm like, man, as people don't sit down and they don't think about that. They don't think about a person's mental health. Now I'm like, man, that type of stuff. It's just like, and if it had been the other way around, oh my God, like, she had been all over social media, all over the internet, exposing this man left and right, calling him a deadbeat father, saying, like, all these other different things. Like, if he, just finessed her for the bag or for whatever reasons and things. But I mean, he's a basketball player. She's a model on Instagram. Like, I think he's making more of a bag, unless she got like an OnlyFans or something. But if not, then yeah, it's like this dude, he's making more money than her, I would imagine. And yeah, it's just overall, it's like, it's messed up that and then also it's like all these like videos coming out, because there was a video that came out of her when she was all like, oh, I'm gonna like get with an athlete, athletes are stupid. And I'm like, fam, like, that's what I'm like, if I'm gonna date a girl that's famous, you best believe I've been like watching her videos, looking through tweets, looking through posts. People would have sent me some stuff like that. They have been like, oh, this is what your girl just said about athletes all these years ago. I would have called her out like, no, you gotta call a person out on that. So it's like, so athletes are stupid? I'm like, really? I mean, that type of stuff, I don't think an athlete will want to hear that, especially when they're in a relationship with you and stuff. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I really don't know her situation or her deal, but it's like, fam, like, this ain't the way. Like, now I guess she's, just in a don't care attitude of her life, where she doesn't care who she hurts, she doesn't care what she says, she doesn't care what she does. And yeah, overall, I feel like it will probably get to a point in time though where she continues this, like this behavior, just overall the way that she acts. She's gonna continue that. It's going to hurt the wrong person. All right, it's gonna hurt the wrong person, and that stuff is gonna get in her head. And now she's gonna be like, oh, I want to sit down and apologize to everybody that I've ever hurt. And it's like, fam, it's too late for them apologies. Like, the damage has been done. I don't think people understand that. It's like, you can apologize. There ain't no problem with apologizing. But it's like, the damage has been done. So you can apologize all you want. The damage has been done. Like, there ain't no coming back from what you did, what you planned, what you said, any of that. There ain't no coming back from that. An apology ain't going to cancel. It's not going to cancel all that stuff out. At the end of the day, people are going to, feel a certain way by the things that you do to them. And and it sucks that, and I was like kind of just talking about this like with a friend of mine yesterday on like, and I'm not just saying like, women, I'm saying this for everybody. I'm not saying like women be out there and be finessing and doing all this stuff, but this is for everybody, but I was talking with a friend of mine, it's like about like how to respect people and how to treat people, because at the end of the day, and that's the thing where it's like, people are too afraid to be in another person's shoes. Like, they are. And that's the thing where I'm like, I always tell people, I'm like, before you judge somebody, before you want to say things about a person, before you want to do whatever, put yourself in that person's shoes. Like, how would you, my thing is this, you see freaking this basketball player, Brittany Renner, like, whoever, and I know people will ask me, well, what would I do if I was in her shoes? And honestly, I would feel bad. I would feel bad. But that's one thing that I've also have said. It's like, when you're living the life of that person, you're going to be living their life, their story. You're not going to be in there. The only thing that you can do is see if the shoe fits and overall, like, walk in a direction that's either going to be a positive direction or a negative direction. So at the end of the day, it's like, I could be in her shoes. I can live her life. And I'm, who knows, with her mindset, I might do the same thing. With my mindset, I may do things differently. But at the end of the day, it's like, you gotta know that that stuff is wrong. It's like you should be having a kid because you want a kid, because you want a family, because you want to build something from that. If you ain't doing it because you don't want to build, like you just only want like this drama. It's like that, and that's another thing that I was talking on in my live stream today. It's like, I'm not a drama filled person. I hate it. I hate everything about drama. So to exclude myself from any forms of drama, like I'm happy about that. I stay far, far away from it. So to live a life like that, or to put somebody in a situation like that, that's not me. That's not the type of stuff that I like doing. And yes, everybody is different. There's people out there that like that stuff, but it's like, how long will that last? Like, how far will that get you in life? Like and that's why I was all like, I was using this example for another topic that I was talking on in my live stream. By the way, follow me on Twitch. I talk about a lot of different things on there. You may see me playing video games, but I be talking about a bunch of different stuff, all right? But anyways, but no, the example, so I was overall talking on the topic of cheating and how, you could get away with it for so many, hours, days, weeks, months, years. You could get away with that stuff for so many different times. But you guys see it as this. You guys see cheating and then overall using it for this topic, finessing and doing people dirty and wrong and stuff. You guys see it as that you can get away with it for so long. And you guys see it as it's something like this. When you're getting ready for work, right? When you're getting ready for work, you make sure that you have like all your, belongings with you, your house keys, car keys, your wallet, your phone, your headphones, your work uniform or work equipment, your socks, shoes, underwear, pants, shirt, jacket, glasses, hat, whatever you are wearing. You make sure the go-to things that you get before you leave the house, you make sure you get that stuff every single day. You set it right there in front of you, make sure you got it all on law. And then there's going to be that one day where you forget something. And you be like, dang, I forgot my food in the refrigerator. Dang, I forgot my coffee sitting on, or my drink sitting on the counter. Dang, I forgot my phone. Dang, I forgot my wallet. Dang, I forgot my... The funny thing about it, and I know people be like, well, I've been that person. I've been that person where I will remember to bring all of that stuff with me for so long. I don't get to the point where I'm like, halfway to work and being like, oh dang, I ain't forgot my headphones. No, but I've been like downstairs and been like, gotta go back upstairs and get my stuff and things, make sure I have it all and stuff. Even now with this pandemic, there's been times I've went outside and where I didn't almost forgot my mask, but yeah, I'm like, that's the thing where it's like, you could get away with it for so long and you could keep going at it every single day, but eventually it's going to get to a point in time where you forget and you're going to get caught slipping. And in a situation like with Brittany Renner, if you were doing this to finesse this guy and you wasn't even doing this to have a kid, like try to like read into I maybe should have like read into it first and then said all these things, afterwards. But still, if it is that story, then okay, then everything I said still falls in place. But if not, and just people just misguided you, it's because like my thing is this. Look at your life. Look at the career that you've laid down. Like, it's one thing to just be a model. Okay, if you out here just being a model, okay, cool. But when you're writing a book talking about, oh, I slept with this person, or I got with this person, or I did this, or I did that, and it ain't even like a motivational book. Like, there ain't nothing motivating about hearing you sleeping around with Colin Kaepernick. To me, that type of stuff, hearing that type of stuff is a waste of time. Maybe if it had been a situation where it's like, oh, me and Colin Kaepernick, we open up the school, or we donate to charity, or we help pets or animals across the world, or we invested in stock. We did something that's like going to get people like invested into something. My thing is like, you can't be invested into drama for too long. You gotta be invested into stuff that's gonna better you as a person. And that's why I'm like, all of that, like, that career, I'm like, that's a career I wouldn't want to leave behind, where I'm telling people all of the drama and the tea that's going on in my life. Don't nobody care about that. Nobody cares about that at all. Nobody. It may seem interesting, it's going to catch people's eyes, but eventually a person's going to realize that ain't doing nothing for them, so I got to move on in life. I got to start focusing on the bigger picture. I got to start focusing, on stuff. That's why I try to, like, really avoid websites like TMZ or other news. I mean, yeah, that's my thing. That's what I do and stuff. But I at least like, if I'm gonna talk on stuff like that, I'm gonna say something motivating about it. You know, like when I have talked on situations, I remember there was these 1, 2 YouTubers. It was Pretty Boy Fredo and I think his girlfriend's name is, what is it, Jasmine or something like that? I don't know. But anyways, I remember when they were going through their stuff, I talked on it, but I made sure I gave off some advice about it. There's this YouTuber where she overall talked about how she deals with anxiety bad. I talked on it. Guess what? I gave out advice. The one YouTuber that I react to frequently, Crispy Concords, he talked about how he was taking a break from YouTube. I talked on it, but I did give out advice, or at least I showed my support. So that's my thing is like, this is what this world needs. We need more advice on things that, you know, that can actually teach us some stuff and support. But if people, that's the thing where it's like, people don't want to do that. You know, people just want to live this drama-filled life. And I was like, that is honestly the era that we are in when it comes to the internet. We're in this drama era. Maybe at the end of it, maybe at the beginning of it. We really do not know where when it's going to start or end. But we are definitely in a time and place where drama is the only thing that matters. Not bettering yourself as a person, but just overall just drama, negativity, hate, all of that. And I've spoken out against that stuff numerous times in my life. Numerous times where it's all like, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know, I've said even with the haters that I've had to deal with, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. Hating on me, and even like hating on Brittany Renner for this whole situation. I know people are probably out here hating on her for doing this to this kid. And yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's like, I mean, yeah, you know, it's messed up, but it's like to show, my thing is this, she's gonna have to live with that. You shouldn't be living with that at any given point in time in the day, week, month, year. Like, that shouldn't be on your conscience. That shouldn't be something where it's all like, oh, okay, I got it, you know. Like, my thing is this, the only reason why I'm even talking about this is so I can give out advice. So I can actually say something where it's like, okay, if a person wants to, you know, hear or see something about this Brittany Renner situation, you're also going to hear some advice. You're also going to hear how I feel about this situation. You know, and at the end of the day, it's like this Brittany Renner situation, it isn't the first time stuff like this has happened, and it's most likely not going to be the last. But to focus on it for as long as we have, to give it this much attention, because that's honestly the only reason why she's even doing any of this stuff is for attention. She's not doing this to have a positive life. It ain't benefiting her. It ain't benefiting nobody. She may think it's a benefit. She may think that, oh, this is making me money. This is getting me follows. This is getting me likes. This is doing whatever it can possibly do to better me as a person. But it's like, this isn't bettering you. This isn't doing nothing for you. Like, my thing is this. When you get into drama versus, you know, doing something productive with your life, what's going to help you out more? You know, even when people, they've approached me and they're all like, oh, you need to get back in more drama with this person. You need to do this. You need to do that. How is that going to benefit me? How is that going to make me get a step closer to where I want to be at in life? That's not doing nothing for me. That's not doing nothing for nobody. So that's why I'm like, I'm just, you know, I'm that person. I'm at that point in time in my life where I'm just like, hey, yo, drama, beefing, arguing, problems, all of that, conflicts. You know, it's gotten to a point in time where I'm all like, it ain't doing nothing for nobody. So I'm like, this Brittany Renner situation, the only person that's gonna have to, cause this PJ Washington guy, you know, he's gonna get older. He's gonna have, you know, be involved with this life's, or you know, this kid's life more. You know, he's gonna be a good father, regardless. You know, we all are gonna move on from this situation. It is going, and I promise you, it's going to reach a point in time in Brittany Renner's life where she sits down, reflects on all of these things that she did. If she sees that she did something good, that's what she sees. If she sees that she did something bad, that's what she's also going to see. But one is going to feel real. One is going to feel authentic. It's going to hit you. It's going to be one of those feelings that hit you where it's like, whoa, like, that took me back a little bit. Like, dang, I was really out here doing that? Trust me. I'm telling you, that's like everybody. That's why when you hear situations like where a bully will get, you know, older and they sit down, they think about all the people that they bullied in their life. Guess what? Now they sitting down living with that. Now they sitting down thinking about that. When you go out and I've had it where people have like came back and apologized to me, or overall said like, man, it's like or more so just apologize for spreading hate towards me, because that stuff they sat down, they thought about it, they knew. And my thing is this: they wouldn't want something like that to happen to them, which is like, yeah, I understand that, but they sat down, they thought about that stuff, and they was all like, hey, yo, like, that was messed up. Like, that was honestly messed up that I did that, and I am sorry. So, yeah, it's like, at the end of the day, it's just, she's gonna live with that. She's gonna live with that. There ain't no taking that away. And it ain't gonna be, she may think that she's all invincible and strong now, but it's gonna hit her at one point in time, and she's gonna be like, dang, like, I really lived that. And this PJ Washington guy, most likely he's gonna meet somebody that actually, wants to be involved in his life. Like, it's gonna be an actual like a wife and husband situation where he's living the best life that he possibly can live. Brittany Renner, it's like I felt like the only way she would be able to like meet somebody that's like her is if it's somebody that was doing things that was the same stuff, or things that was equally bad like her. But she ain't gonna. My thing is like, and who knows, maybe there might be a person out there where they're like, they've lived a good life, but they want to, and I think that'll be the only reason why somebody that's living a good life will want to be with her, so they can help her live a good life. That'll be the only reason why anybody would want to be with her. Other than that, I don't see somebody to just go out their way to just be with her, especially with all this stuff that she's doing. So, I know I wouldn't. I'm all like, oh, nah. Like, it's, yeah, my thing is like, it might bring me fame and fortune, but I'm like, I want to get fame and fortune the right way, by entertaining people, not by getting caught up in no drama, not no baby mama drama, no, I had a kid with her, and all, all these other different things. I'm not with that. So, anyways, yeah, I overall will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you all follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. And if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your next purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.